Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Fundamental Counting Principle, Part 2. Just as a reminder, go back to the question we just did. You have the letters A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. How many three-letter combinations can you make? Well, 343. And as I said, this is Part 2. Restrictions. So a typical restriction would be, sorry about that, a typical restriction would be, how many three-letter combinations can you make? Beginning with a vowel. Now if you look at your choices, first letter has to be a vowel. And you only have two vowels, A and E, which limits you to two choices. Then the next choice can be any of 7, and the third choice is any of 7. 2 times 7 is 14, 7 times 14 is, I believe, 98. So that's a typical restriction. Another restriction, quite a common one, sorry, Part C. No repetition. No repetition allowed. Now, no repetition. Choose any of the 7 first. However, once you've chosen one, that leaves you only 6 for the second and 5 for the third. Once you do that, 7 6 is 42. I believe that's 210. So only 210 options. So, combining some repetitions, no repetitions, no repetitions, and middle letter is a vowel. Okay, 3 choices. Now, a little confusing to think about it. Middle letter is a vowel. We have 2 choices for our vowels. Once we do that, we've chosen a letter, which means we only have 6 letters left for the first. And once we choose one for the first, that leaves us 5 letters left over for the last letter. 6 to 12 times 5 be a mere 60 choices. So this is the second and more interesting part, and the one you'll see on the diploma exam. There are restrictions. And of course, I'll do a few more restrictions. So, how many 4-digit letters sorry, 4-digit letters, okay. 4-digit numbers are there? Notice I've said nothing about restrictions, so repetition is allowed. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, how many choices do you have for the first digit? Only 9. You cannot have a 4-digit number starting with 0. Standard trick. Now once you do that, how many digits do you have for the second? 10, third 10, fourth 10. That gives you 9,000 possible choices. So how many 4-digit even numbers? And this time it'll be nice to say repetition is allowed. One, two, three, 4. 9 choices for the first, because 0 is not permitted. 10 for the second, 10 for the third. Even numbers. How many even numbers are there? 2, 4, 6, 8, and 0, or 5. So that should be 900 times 5, or 4,500. Exactly half of 9,000. Okay, now a few more. How many 4 digits? Repetition not allowed. Fine. Okay. How many 4-digit numbers? Repetition not allowed. Well, once again, we start off with 9 of a possible 10. And note, we've chosen a number, which means we do not have 10 digits left to choose from, but only 9. And once we've chosen that number, we're down to 8. Or 8 possible numbers, I should say. And then we've chosen one number, so we're down to 7. So 9 times 9 times 8 times 7 should be 4,536 possible combinations. Now that's it for part 2. I'd like you to go on, and you should be able to do the rest of your questions. Once you've done that, please come back and see the third part of this video.